Hey guys, Psych Gaming here, and welcome to Live with Psych. Now that's the name I've decided to settle on with my LiveCom series for now. However, if you guys have got a better name that you can think of, if you can tell me in the comment section down below, I will try and I'll see what I can do, and I'll give credit where credit's due. So I'm not going to be trying to take your ideas from you. I basically just want a pretty interesting name for this series, not so much of a boring one like the one is that I've decided to settle on for now. I think what I'll do to start off this video is kind of show an introductory section so that you guys know what to expect of this series and you know what's basically going on. So anyway, let's kick this off. So basically this is going to be the series where I show off perhaps 2 to 4 games of gameplay where you can hear me thinking live. So you know what's going through my head and why I'm making all my decisions and stuff. Hopefully this should be informative, this should be entertaining, and I kind of just want to make sure that this is all about the gameplay, so you can come here and you can basically just, right from the very beginning, see gameplay, so you're not going to see this whole garage section at the start. I'm only basically doing this because it's probably easier for me to commentate over a garage over a game that I've got to actually be thinking about what I'm doing as well as talking, so that's the reason why I've done this. I suppose that's all I can really think about, but basically this is the Panzer IV-S. This is the tank I'm going to be playing first in this video, and I suppose I'll just jump straight into the game. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so here we are on Mines. It's an encounter battle, and the matchmaker has actually been right nice to us. We are top tier. We're 3rd in the list, so that's pretty good. There are a few unlucky tier 4s. For some reason somebody is paired up with a tier 3, so that's never good. Basically what I want to be doing on this game is kind of mopping up. At top tier you want to be being very aggressive. So our side of the map, or where I've spawned, is kind of condemned me to this side of the map. I can't particularly get over to the other side of the map without a little bit of effort. The thing about the Panzer IV-S is its acceleration isn't brilliant, but its speed limit's not that bad. So once you get up to speed, you can do quite a lot of distance. It's just you've got to get up to that speed. So a lot of it is about speed management and things. Now I probably won't be able to shoot anything over there, but there's a Hellcat pushing up. In fact, I'm never going to be able to shoot him. I might as well stay in some cover. I'll stick with this Panzer IV, probably push up a little bit, however not do damage to myself like he just did. Oh. I missed, it wasn't fully aimed. I will aim for his cupola here. There we are, he's very nearly dead. I need to get into some cover from these guys on the ridge, though. Look at that. If I didn't hit something there, I would have been very surprised. So I probably will still put some shots into these guys while I can. When this Crusader will decide to... I'll just angle my armor here. When this Crusader will actually decide to start realizing that he's being shot at and start moving, I don't know. Wow, seriously? You're still not going to back up? Yeah, I thought so. Not quick enough. Right, we're winning 3-1, so what I'm going to try and do is get into some actual solid cover up here. Now, Panzer III-4... Oh, this isn't good. Need to get into some cover very quickly. Take a shot on the move there. As you can see, getting up this hill is fairly difficult. I don't know if this was a mistake. At the moment, not really, but if that T-150 comes and tries to play it, I'm going to try and get the hell out of here. I made him back off. Now, I will still be spotted, so I don't know whether that T-150 will be able to come around the corner and get me again. If this Panzer IV peeks, he's going to die. There we are, 8 kills. I need to be careful. Again, as I've just said, that T-150 was my main threat. There I am, dead. And that is why you need to be careful, even if you are top tier. Now, I am actually going to still put this game into the video, I suppose. As I said, I want to keep it fairly interesting, but you can definitely learn from that. One second, let me try and find my tank again. There we are. Right, so few things that I made mistakes on there. Now this is one of the things I want to be including in this series as well. I want to point out what I did right, what I did wrong. So what I tried to do at the start was pull behind this rock right here, and take shots over onto the ridge line. Now that gave me some pretty decent cover. I turned my arm around so that it was nice and angled. I probably shouldn't have pulled up this far. I saw a bunch of tier 5s and thought, right, let's do some mopping up. Our T150's got a great gun, especially seeing as though my armour, frontally it's okay, but it's got a nice flat patch there. So you need to be wary of that. Now, as you can see, this Panzer III-4 is probably going to start... Wow, how did he not die there? He's going to need to play a good game to start doing damage to this guy. However, we are capping. There he is, tracked, and the Panzer III-4 is dead. Something says that when we've got a T150 and M6, or they've got a T150 and M6 and a Hellcat left, we're probably going to win. Either by cap or by the fact of that we've just got a sheer buttload of people still left alive. Is that the howitzer on the 361H? Wow. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. There we are, the T150's dead, somebody managed to finish him off, and the Hellcat's going as well. There's the M6 over there. So let me just switch to something that can see him. Might as well keep it interesting, even though I'm not alive. I probably shouldn't have pushed up before, though. If I hadn't pushed up into this area of the map, I probably could have survived. As I said before I died, the T150 was my main threat, sort of thing. Here comes the Hellcat. And we just capped. So that's how capping kind of saved our game there. We probably still would have won. The fact that the people that were still there were kind of, even though they were both tier 6s, they probably couldn't have mopped up the rest of the team. So here's my stats: 765 damage for damage. Where am I getting that from? XP for a win, so that's pretty good. Obviously undoubled. I've already won a game today. I took out the observation device on that Panzer IV, so that's good. I pounded 4 shots into each one of those tanks there, the Panzer IV and the Crusader. Put one into another Panzer IV and did a little bit of spotting damage. So, basically, key points from that game, I suppose. Basically, know your match. When you come into face with a T150, I probably should have started back up, but the fact that there was enemies still on the hill, I've got myself into a tricky situation just from pushing up. I think if I ever get into a situation like that again, I'm going to make sure that I've got pretty good cover, because I was out in the open there. I was only really in cover from the ridge line. So, that was the first game in this thing. I may jump into another tank now. I suppose, as you can see, I've just unlocked the Tiger. However, this is the stock Tiger, as you can see by its turret. If I just come and have a look in the research tree, I haven't unlocked anything apart from that engine which I got off of another tank, and that derp that I got off of another tank, and the radio as well. So I'm not going to be showing the Tiger today because, to be honest, I don't want to be showing off stock tanks. That's not a really good representation of what the tanks are actually going to perform like. So, I don't have enough to get the tracks to load the 122mm gun onto the KV-1S, so I won't be showing that either. Let's jump into a game in the Lerva. You haven't seen this in a while. I need to earn quite a bit of credits. So, let me just load the a different crew into this. I want to have the Tiger's crew in here just because I'm trying to train my crew back up. Seeing as though this is a premium tank, you can load in crews of the same tank type in without a penalty. So I want to be getting these back up because these came from the 361H, as you can see by the first perks here. So anyway, the next game will be on the Lerva. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so here we are on Malinovka. It's an encounter battle, and there aren't that many tier 9s here. There's only, what is it, 6 or 7? 6. Not a bad thing. In fact, on the enemy team, there's only 5, so we've got the 1-up on them with the number of tier 9s we've got. Now, I think what I'm going to do is, I would like to head down the hill. I'm kind of torn here, right, because that's quite a long distance, but then again we are going downhill, so I think I'm going to go down, because this thing's got a very accurate gun, I'm probably going to be able to get some nice hold down positions in the... Oh no, that's the other side of the map. Well done. I should be able to get some nice cover behind some of the rocks. That was me forgetting which side of the map I was on there. I should be able to get some nice... Still get some nice cover and take some shots across the field over there. I would have preferred to be on the other side because they actually have building cover. Whereas this side has a few rocks and a lot of bushes. But I think one of the main actual benefits of having such a big tank is, you see those kind of, I don't know what to call them really, walls I suppose. I can actually peek over them with only my turret or perhaps a little bit of my upper armour showing. So it covers my lower plate, covers some of my my frontal armour. So I should be able to get some nice shots across the field. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. And we've got a nice long shot on a Tiger 2 over there. Right, my shot penetrates. Now he's disappeared, so I'm just going to keep moving. I want to be into position relatively quickly because, to be quite honest, this thing is very slow, so I don't want to be stopping too often. Now, I've got no intention of capping at this point. To be honest, if anybody ever tries to cap on this map on Encounter Battle, they're just nuts, because that must be the most open cap I've ever seen on one of the maps. So I've got no intention of doing that, but if I've got a nice position, perhaps I think probably in the middle is probably the best, perhaps behind this big bush here. As you can see, I did just break that. Oh wow, that was a mistake. I may just go over here then. As you can see from just a second there, it actually covers pretty much the whole of my armour, which is very good. So you're left with the reasonably well armoured turret poking out over the top. So let's not crash into the fence again. Just go sideways a little bit. Now I don't have sights on that Tiger 2 that was over there, but I now have pretty good eyes on the other side. So if we get someone scouting, we don't actually have any scouts on this game though. So it's either going to be left to one of the mediums. Oh, here we go. Got a Tiger 2 pushing. Now I've been spotted. Tiger 2 or Tiger P? Right, it bounced. Oh, I didn't bounce off the side there. I'm a little bit nervous. I'll just back up so that he can't shoot at me. There we are, another bounce. The armour isn't actually that bad on the lurver, that's the good thing. Right, he's stopped. There we are, 290, little low, not too bad though. Right, another bounce. See, this is the thing, I've got nice hold down positions here. Now this Tiger P is still pushing up, and he's not going to win a toe-to-toe with me. I missed on a moving Tiger P. That was kind of obvious. I'm getting shot from behind here. There we are, took him out. Right, there's some medium tanks pushing around here. Yep, that Tiger 2's seen it. There's an IS-3 that I saw over there. I did notice him, I suppose. It seems as though I'm not spotted anymore though. There is a lot of enemies there, that's what I'm concerned about at the moment. Only 4 enemies on either side have died. So there's the mediums again, using my track traverse to turn me around, but he's behind the building, and the medium tank behind him is even further away, so he isn't even inside my range. So here I go again. I'm just going to sit here. Probably should have been behind a bush, but I don't care that much. I mean, look, from far away you can see the very top of my whole armour and only my turret armour fully. So only 1 second, this guy is... I saw a very little amount of him there. Oh, right, here we go. Just missed. And he pulls forward just after I've shot. That's lucky. That guy does not know how lucky he actually is. I don't have another shot on him, so... Oh, here we go. Damn. See, very long shots still are hard to hit with accurate guns. That's the thing. And look how many shots have gone into my turret. Only 2 of them have penetrated from the side. A lot of them have just bounced. That IS-8 is pushing up, so I might go with him. I've got... 1 second, there we go. I'm gonna go with him, just because he probably needs my help. So we've got a IS-3 over there, that was the guy that I saw before. Now, lower plate. If we just... Now, I kind of had to hasten that because he was starting to pull in. Probably a bad decision. However, if I get more in front of him, I'll have less of a angled shot. So, a little bit of a hill in there, in front of me there, but I'm trying to imagine the curve on his armour. There we go. That IS-8 smacked him for about 400 as well, so this guy should go down relatively painlessly. Here we go. And there we go again, 5 hit points. RNG. Why couldn't it give me 5 more points of damage? You can't complain that much. That guy is basically toast, and that IS-8 will probably just get him. There we go. Right, we're winning 10-7. That's pretty good. All the guys left. Oh, there's the 4 heavies there, and their TD's probably up there as well, unless he's sitting in these bushes. However, I have got more health than the IS-8, so I may not be the target. It depends which way I'm facing and such in comparison to this TD. While saying that, though, we could still be up here, so I'm not too fussed. I'm not going to start the cap unless we don't find this this last TD. But there's a KV-3, so I'm going to wait for my gun to fully aim. Now my gun doesn't actually aim in any further, but there was that IS-8 taking him out again. So as you can see, the Liver's gun it's accurate, so you can hit things at superb ranges like that relatively easily. But the only thing is that its damage in comparison to something like a tier 9, such as the IS-8, is not going to match up. We've got the side of a Yag Tiger, so there was where the TD was actually hiding. My shot goes slightly left. I suppose this gun's very good for doing a lot of damage, because its reload isn't too bad. I know I was just saying that the damage isn't too brilliant, but he's lagging a little bit. And that I am. And I bounced off his pretty well armoured frontal armour. I was waiting for my shot to aim. If he tries to turn around, though, he's gonna get... Oh, if I can try and put one... Oh. There we go. Told you, wait for his side armour. If I'd shot earlier and not waited for that shot, that wouldn't have been pretty good. But yeah, you can dish out a lot of damage to a lot of different targets. It's like what I was talking about on this map with the Stug, for example. I was just putting out damage in every place I could think of. And what that allowed me to do was... Wow, this is actually starting to get pretty close now. I thought we had this in the bag. But yeah, what this allowed me to do was... it allowed me to do a lot of damage to different targets. Now, I'm not actually going to start capping. In fact, that's actually spelled. Yeah, I know where he is, it's just I don't... In fact, I know I'm kind of wafering here, but... There's the side. Come on, good damage roll. You know what it is, man. And there was my Geordie stepping through there. And we just won. So that was brilliant. That got quite tense at the end until we actually nailed the last few guys. As you can see, damage in a lot of different places, but only 1 kill. We actually destroyed the turret of that IS-3. That was good. Tiger P took out the gunner, so I was hitting them in pretty good places. I think that gunner actually came from the last shot where I got him through the actual turret rather than the cupola. Now, 57,000 credits on a pretty decent game. I would say that's a decent game. It's not one of the best games I've ever had. However, However, still, I did reasonably decent, and I got a fair amount of credits for it, so that is the lurver for you. I mean, to be honest, if you haven't already got a tier 8 premium, you really should be considering it, because you can earn yourself a lot of credits in a short amount of time, even if you're not even that good. A lot of the time it's all about damage and actually playing well in games, but to be honest, even in tier 8 premiums, you don't have to play that well to get a lot of credits. So anyway, I think I've rambled on for a little bit too long here. I don't have that long left, so I'm not gonna we're only gonna have 2 games today. Just one last thing I've got to say. The video that's supposed to come out on Friday is actually going to come out on Saturday, because I don't actually have time to make it for Friday. So you'll still get the same video, just it'll be pushed back another day. If you subscribed, if you followed me on Twitter, then you would have. I posted that yesterday. However, anyway, this has been the Lurver and the Panzer 4S. If you want to see, I suppose, if you want to see any of these tanks in my garage for the next episode of Live with Psych, I can play them, with maybe the exception of the Tiger, because the Tiger actually is stock, as I said before, so just bear that in mind. Anyway, this has been the first episode of Live with Psych. If you've got any feedback or ideas, or just anything in general, just leave it down below. I'm very anxious to hear about what you think about this new series, and I suppose I'll see you guys in the next one. I've been Psych. Have a great day.